Previously, when I was playing Jeopardy Sports Edition for the Super Nintendo here on my channel, I came away with a loss. But now, we're going to try again, and we'll see if I can redeem myself. This is Jeopardy! Dun, 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 dun. And yep, we're playing against the computer. There we go. Baseball guy again, and I'm taking on Neil and Mike this time. Alright, here we go. Jeopardy round. One daily double. And these categories: bowling, golf, baseball potpourri, home games, name the sport, and finally, golfers. Alright, as mentioned, we've got one daily double somewhere up on the board here. Alright, let's start naming the sport for 100.
The answer is...
Our first answer of the day. This sport attracts the largest number of paying customers in the United States. And that sport is horse racing. Alright, let's try it again. Name the sport for 200. Bill James analyzes this sport yearly in excruciating statistical detail. I'm going to say, what is basketball? It is basketball. Alright. Name the sport for 300. This racket sport holds an annual singles championship for players over the age of 80. Neil. And that is squash. Alright, so that puts Neil on the board. And where are we going to now? That's bowling for 100. The number of strikes in a perfect game of bowling. What is 12? Yes. Bowling for 200.
The answer is...
The steps that are taken before releasing a bowling ball are called this. Mike. And it's the approach. And that gets you on the board. Your selection, Mike. Golf for 100.
The
answer there. This amateur won the most British Opens. Mike. And that was Bobby Jones. Alright, well, we got a freeway tie now at $300 a piece, but it's still relatively early as we go to home games for 100. Answer there. This Major League Baseball team plays its home games in Flushing. Okay, the Yankees are in the Bronx, and Flushing would be the New York Mets. So I'm going to say, who are the Mets? Yes. Home games for 200, please.
The answer is...
This NBA team plays home games at the Heimsfair Arena. Neil? It's the San Antonio Spurs. Well, at least it was the Heimsfair Arena at the time this game originally came out, but obviously that's not their arena anymore. Home games for 300, and there's the daily double. I think Neil's going to risk all 500. This NBA team plays home games in the Salt Palace, and it's the Utah Jazz. And he did indeed risk all 500, so he's at 1,000. And I did know that answer.
The answer is...
This NFL team plays its home games in Riverfront Stadium. Who are the San Diego Chargers? No, it's not the San Diego Chargers, so I'm down to 0. Neil? And he doesn't know. Let's see if Mike can get it. Nope. Alright, what team were we looking for? The Cincinnati Bengals. Bowling for 300.
The answer is...
The highest bowling score possible without throwing any strikes. Mike? 190. Okay, Mike's back on the plus side. Golf for 200.
The answer is...
According to Golf Digest, the odds of the average golfer doing this are 10,738 to 1. Mike. If I were to guess, I'd say a hole in 1. And I was right, but unfortunately I was not fast enough on the signaling button. Golfers for 100.
The answer is...
This British golfer won his 3rd British Open in 1992. And it's Mike. And he does not know. It was Nick Faldo. Golf for 300.
The answer is...
The lowest score ever shot over 18 holes by a golfer in a PGA tournament. Neil. $59. Baseball potpourri for 100.
The answer is...
Let's see if I can regain some money here. This baseball owner appeared in 1993 Sports Illustrated, dressed as Napoleon. And that owner was George Steinbrenner. Name the sport for 400.
The answer is...
This sport has a jury director who warns "en garde" at the start of a match. Mike. It's fencing. Baseball Potpourri 200.
The answer is.
In a 1992 poll, MLB players chose this 1939 movie as their favorite. Oh, what is Gone with the Wind? Oh, wait a minute, I didn't ring in fast enough. Well, he doesn't know. Let's try Gone with the Wind. Yes! Baseball Potpourri for 300. He made the New York Yankees the first team in any sport to draw 1 million fans in 1920. Neil. And it was Babe Ruth. Of course, the Bambino. Golf for 400.
The answer is.
The first golfer to win the Masters 2 years in a row. Mike. Jack Nicklaus. Okay. Home games for 500.
The answer is.
Finishing up that category. Home teams. This team's home court was the venue for the first NBA All-Star game in 1951. Who are the Knicks? No. Back in the hole. The Boston Celtics. Golf for 500.
The answer is.
Golf great Jack Nicklaus studied this in college. And it's Neil. Pharmacy. Okay, that brings in 1,500. And where are we going now? Golfers for 2.
The answer is.
This golfer was the PGA Tour's leading money winner 5 times in the 1970s. And that golfer was Jack Nicklaus. Bowling for 400.
The answer is.
Avid bowlers refer to this pin as mother-in-law. Mike? A 7 pin. And golfers for 300.
The answer is.
He defeated Arnold Palmer in a playoff to win his first major tournament in 1962. Mike. He doesn't know. And it's Jack Nicklaus. Okay, name the sport for 500.
The answer is
This sport's matches are divided into checkers. And that would be polo. Okay, baseball potpourri for
the
400.
answer is
The number of strikes needed for a strikeout in 1887. Well, right now you need 3 strikes for a strikeout. But in 1887 you needed 4. Bowling for 500.
the answer is
When this pin and the 7 are left standing, they are referred to as mule ears. Mike? The 10 pin. And up to 1700. As we finish off baseball
the
potpourri.
answer is
This Red Sox pitcher earned an estimated $20,400 per strikeout in 1991. Who is Roger Clemens? And Roger Clemens is correct. That puts me back on the plus side. Golfers for 4.
the answer is
He was the leading money winner on the PGA Tour 5 times during the 1940s. Neil. Ben Hogan. And let's finish off the first round with golfers for 500, shall we?
the answer is
This colorful golfer wore red socks while winning the 1968 U.S. Open. And it's Mike. Lee Trevino. So Mike's going to finish up this round in first place with 2,200. Neil in second place with 1,900. And me on the board with 200. And we'll have the double Jeopardy round for you after this break.